When we were going out and starting on this adventure, traveling full-time in an RV, it wasn't really our concern so much. I feel like it was everyone else's concern, but it also got me thinking and wondering, okay, what is friendship going to look like for Davey and Scout as they're growing up?
What do you think friendship is?
Nice. Nice. And there's people something. Yeah. And then buying stuff. Like I think like Signet. I think Tora that thing.
Welcome to the Hang with the Bangs podcast.
Thanks so much for stopping by and hanging out with us.
Today we are going to be talking a little bit about friendship. It's not unique to being on the road or traveling. I think there's just different circumstances, but we even have friends who have said, hey, I wish, my kids had friends to play with in the neighborhood. That kind of stuff can happen too.
Totally.
And it's not just unique to a travel situation.
Yeah, and I think that's one thing that we tried to create this realistic expectation when we left, is knowing that. And so I think it's helped us along the way. I mean, hopefully make a special effort to create friendships, especially for our kids. It's something that we have both valued growing up with, is having friends. What was it like for you growing up?
Yeah, for me when I was a child growing up, probably every 5 years or so, my family would move. And so I'd get to find and meet new friends at either new school, new church, things like that. And that was just the norm for me. I know it was different from you.
Yeah, I mean, I was in the same house till I was 16 years old, and then we just moved a few streets over and had a best friend since I was 4. Amy Anderson,
Still your best friend.
Yeah, she's still my bestie. And I've always felt like the more the merrier. I have loved having tons and tons of friends. I remember in high school, I loved hanging out with everyone, but then I also wanted to hang out with everyone from all the other schools too. Like, I just loved a party. Wherever the party was at was where I wanted to be.
Yeah, see, and I was a little bit different where I would find some close friends, but then I'd hang out with them. And probably limit that. But no, there were times when I brought other people together.
Yeah.
From different friend circles and stuff.
As an adult, though, I feel like I regularly hang out with a lot of the same people. I mean, it's different now being on the road. That's not the case. But I still call those people that I hung out with regularly. So there's that.
Yeah.
One thing we've noticed is the weather really makes a difference on finding friends.
Yeah, how easy it is to find friends or difficult.
Yeah, because when we were in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, it was freezing.
So cold.
So cold. I mean, there was a few nights that it was going to be below freezing point that we had to get everything ready. When it's that cold, people aren't out walking around. I don't know if it's the smaller living spaces, but I swear when the weather is nice and warm, so many people are out sitting outside, kids are out playing. It's just more of a party of activities and people doing things.
Yeah, and even same with Davey and Scout when they come out on walks with me and Zeke. That's one of the times that they make friends too. Like just walking around and seeing other kids out, sitting outside playing.
A little Cora.
Yeah, that's how they met their friend here.
Yeah, and then when we were in Waco, our girls met some cute kids too. Their whole family here in Austin are the parents, and they are awesome. But we met them all in Waco. Yeah. And it was just from playing outside.
It's interesting, the kids, when they're outside doing stuff, they'll see other kids outside, and they just automatically gravitate towards each other.
Totally.
See that,
And they can totally even be different age differences, too, and it just seems like, oh, kids!
It's playing, yay.
Yeah. We found, too, we really like going to places like RV parks that have playgrounds and different amenities, because while going around and doing a lot of those activities, you really find people. But we found in cold weather, we've been able to make friends at museums.
Yeah, you went to a bunch of
which was super random.
Different museums.
Yeah, we were in Las Cruces, New Mexico, and we were just at their Science and Art Museum, and yeah, we were just playing the activities and stuff, and then there was another mom with a little boy, and before we knew it, the kids were playing, and we all had fun going out for ice cream after. And
one thing I know going into this that really eased my mind on this, so I really didn't think about it too much, is that I knew that we were going to be going to church every Sunday, and that our girls would be able to have those social interactions with other kids their ages from all over the U.S., every city we go to. So I wasn't too worried about that, but as it turns out, based on our experience so far,
we've met so many friends at church.
From church, and I'm really grateful too that, number one, it's a very consistent environment. It's always the same lesson, no matter which church building you're going to for that week. It's the same structure of meetings, the buildings, heck, they're all kind of even the same. And the songs are the same. All the curriculum is pretty much, it's the same. And so I think that's been a real big benefit for our kids to feel comfortable and confident in those situations, even though there's different people every Sunday because we're in a different place.
Yeah, but they've handled it like champs, and we met some really great friends, and we were in Pensacola, Florida just a little bit ago, and I was in the women's class, and there was a gal there, and we both introduced ourselves in church, and all of a sudden we both realized, oh, we both travel full time.
We're both visiting.
We're both visiting, and we were both laughing. So they do Airbnbs month to month and travel around that way. But we were like cracking up because she was like, oh, is this your one church dress? And we both thought that was pretty funny because we were like, oh, yes, I only have a few dresses now.
But they had some cute kids, and Davey and Scout got to, play.
Yeah, we had a beach play day, and then they even invited us over for dinner at their Airbnb, and that was so fun. They made these awesome tacos, and we had so much fun. And even Jade has a podcast, and she interviewed me on my experiences traveling, and so that was super fun to be able to do that too. So not only did the kids make friends, we also got to make friends too, and so that was really awesome.
Yeah, I really like Brandon gave me some good fishing tips and tricks.
Yeah, we're going to try those.
I don't know how to fish, and Davey wants to fish a ton, so.
Yeah. But then we also met another friend there at church that we met up in Pensacola that we met up at the playground. So that was awesome. Here in Orlando at church, we met Heidi and Mike, who are also an RV family. So that was really cool. We all went swimming, and
they're in the same park as us.
Yeah, we just walked over just a few rows down, and that was really fun that we happened to be staying at the same place. Crazy, we're even hoping to meet up with them on a later date, but it's fun because I feel like you just have an instant connection with someone.
Yeah. Number one, you're probably going through similar travel experiences, and number two, the fact that we share the same faith, that's great too,
Totally. That reminds me too. I think when you are making friends along the way and you know that everyone only has maybe a week in the same spot, things escalate really quickly.
Yeah, and I think the kids even recognize that too. They see, they're like, hey, it's not, there's none of this like, oh, time to be shy or whatever. No, it's like, hey, you're a kid, you want to be friends? Yes, let's play.
And then it's also like, oh, are you available tonight? Let's hang out. And I actually love that because I feel like for my personality type, that has been super fun. But like, I love it though, because it's like Jade and Brandon that we met in Pensacola. Within a week, we saw them 3-4 times, I think. Jade's like one of my best friends now because I'm like, oh, I actually know quite a bit about her. We had so much fun sitting and talking, and the kids had so much fun playing that it's interesting that I feel like normally that type of friendship would take me a while because we're just busy, we're doing our own things. We might be eating out to lunch once a month or something. In this environment, all of it happened in a short term. That's kind of fun, as friendships happen a lot quicker when they do happen. They don't always happen. There's been months that we haven't seen any kids outside because we've been in cold weather.
And as we're going into this, what's next for us and our kids and what's best for them, I think we're still trying to learn this because ultimately the friendships still are kind of fleeting. Our kids aren't old enough to have their own phones, to be chatting on the computers and things like that. So it's like they just don't have these consistent friends that they can fall back to or go visit again as easily as if they were living in a fixed place.
Well, and also the reality is like we'll meet friends and we'll hang out a few times and then we might not ever see that family again.
Yeah.
Not intentionally, we would like to, but that's just kind of the reality is like everyone's off on their own paths doing their own things. And so like those friendships like that I've had with Amy since I was 2 years old to now, I feel like we as parents are really going to have to make an effort with our kids to make those play dates, but also hopefully meet up with other families again in the future and kind of create those home bases. Like I think at grandma's house, like have regular friends around grandma's house, so every time we go visit we can also see those same friends too. Like when they have a cute friend Holland, but we never had her over, I'm now thinking, oh, we should invite Holland over every time we go to grandma's house so it can be these consistent friendships as they grow up that hopefully
stick.
And I'm grateful too our girls have each other. I think that's really huge, is they do have kind of that built-in friendship that people talk about.
When they were even little, really little, it was funny. They'd always say like, where are you going to invite to your birthday party and stuff like that. And they'd always just say, all my friends. And like who? And it was all their family, cousins, uncles, aunts.
Yeah, it'd be like Uncle John, Aunt Amber. Yeah, it'd just be family, which would be so cute.
David, what do you like to do with friends?
I like to play with them like dinosaurs.
Oh.
and cut ceramic. Like making ceramics. And I like coloring, what's this called?
A port?
I like coloring pork and
Yeah.
like porky.
Yeah.
Like this side.
Yeah. So who are friends? Are they like people you meet or family?
People
Or-
will
Yeah.
and families.
That's both?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And babies.
Yeah, we have lots of baby friends, huh?
Uh-huh.
Who are some of
For
your
Christmas.
Who are some of your friends?
My friend is Tora.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, do you have any other friends?
Ninky and Josh.
Oh, yes.
One thing we are going to look into as well is full-time families. It's a program that exists out there that some of our friends recently have recommended.
Yeah, they said there's like meetups, and so I guess it's like a bunch of Facebook groups, and you can kind of see who's in your similar age group.
Yeah, they do like field trips and stuff like that. So it's just kind of like if you're all in the similar location, you can all meet up and do stuff.
Yeah, and it also sounded like they did like a graduation every year too, and a prom, and some of those dances for older kids, which I thought was a cute idea.
Yeah, so it's something for us to keep in mind. Checking out.
Yes, and I've heard that's where you can like figure out people's different travel plans and stuff. And I mean, we need to actually figure out a travel
Yeah,
plan
gotta
before we
solidify some of those more.
go that far. We kind of fly by the seat of our pants. We're hoping to homeschool with our kids, and at least for elementary school, and then we can reevaluate after that and kind of see what the kids and stuff want to do. Because I know that they love being around other kids and they love doing those things. So we're hoping to find some like nature schools or some homeschooling communities as we travel that we can connect with and be together and learn from each other. And then hopefully that can have some friendships.
Yeah. Davey, how do you make a new friend?
Finding them.
How do you find them?
When you see somebody, you want to ask what the name is.
Oh, you asked what their name is. That's a great way to start making a new friend.
Oh my god.
What
Yeah.
about you, Scout?
When I see a friend, I just say, hi.
Oh, that's great. Then what's next?
Then we say, what's the phone number?
Oh,
The
yes.
phone number.
Ask for their number. Then what?
Then we get to call them
Oh,
on
yeah.
the phone.
Oh my goodness. We would just be curious about your friendships growing up, what you think a friend is, and would love to hear it in the comments below, because I think I can learn something from how everyone's had friendships and their experiences, because I know it's different for everyone. And so we're just trying to find a balance for our kids and our lifestyle.
And it's definitely a fun adventure.
Yeah, it is.
Well, thanks so much for joining us today.
Have a good